or us, I should say. Let us know in the chat if you're already joined. And a good evening from Europe, I would say.
Yes, indeed. What's good, folks?
Okay, I think we're live. My laptop shows an image. Very good. Yeah, let us know if you're there in the chat. And I think there's probably still going to be a couple of people joining in a bit, since this was just posted in the Discord a few minutes ago. So, yeah. So how is everyone doing today? Let us know. 1 second. I will refresh my browser. There we go. Yeah, now I have the live chat. Before it was a little bit buggy. There we go. Yeah, I think a lot of people are still in JDP's stream, to be honest, because he kind of opened up a stream a little bit before us. Hey, Jay.
No problem.
Welcome to the stream.
How's it going, James?
Yeah, what I was thinking we might want to do, since you did this absolute fantastic room build the other day, I really enjoyed it, I must say. And it kind of got me back and got me inspired again to, do something I wanted to do for quite a while. I actually prepped a little bit already over here. I actually have to move my city out of the way, I believe. So this is pretty much the shape and proper size, actually, of my apartment. Almost minifigure scale, a little bit smaller, I would say. And I was thinking...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. I was thinking, because you did such a fantastic job, I was like, I should probably do this next. Hey, Michael. Hey, Polaration. And 1 second. I have to make Michael a mod. I don't think he's a mod yet.
I think you should.
Yes,
I think you should make him a mod.
Yeah,
excellent.
Makes sense. No, so I really liked your build the other day. It's something that has a nice scale. It's not too big, not too small, and I think I kind of thought I want to do that this stream because it's a little bit easier to do than the giant city. And since I still need to update.
Well, I'm glad that I've inspired you. That's my main reason for being these days, and looks like you've made a really good start on your apartment.
Yeah, I figured I should at least try to find all the remaining white pieces that I have to be able to even build the wall. So I did that before the stream in a little bit of preparation, but most of the stuff we're going to do right now. Hi, Skywalker. Welcome to the stream. And if you guys have any questions, any suggestions, again, this will be based on a real model. Of course, this is my apartment, so there is a little bit of room for interpretation, but most of it is kind of trying to represent stuff that exists. I actually built a, what is it called? A heater? No, not a heater. I can't remember the name for the heating unit for the apartment. Anyways, I basically built this in advance as well. It has little grills on top, and it's basically just
okay.
Turn down your mic.
It's like an air conditioner.
It's got some feedback. My mic has some feedback. Oh, I think it's rather... I think it's actually more the when Silence speaks and I speak, that it kind of echoes a little bit. No worries, Skywalker. I'm happy you're here anyways. Again, you inspired me to start this, and I was just like, I wanted to do this quite a while ago, so we're gonna do that today.
That's awesome to hear.
Hi, Alexandria.
By the way, hello everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us. this momentous occasion.
There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys something because last time I did the trailer, I actually gave it some rear. I don't know if it's probably what are the rear lights called? Bumper lights? I don't know. Basically, the rear tail lights. That's the name I was looking for the trailer of the truck. And I completed the sides. I actually found 2 more 1x2 in red to fill this tiny gap up here, so it looks a little bit nicer. Gave it some wheels. Gave it some side caution thingies. And actually gave it some rubbery hoses in between to kind of simulate the pneumatic stuff that's usually there. So it's
I
almost
do like the design of that trailer as well.
Sorry, what was that?
I like the design of the trailer as well. The
yeah, thank you.
So it's not just a flat surface.
Yeah, exactly. No, I didn't want to do like a super plain trailer that just is like brick built and just has like standard sides and stuff like that. I wanted to go a little bit above and beyond, as I usually try to do with my MOCs. So thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So I was actually very stuck for what to do in this for this collaboration stream.
Yeah.
Because I've actually built everything that I had in my stockpile.
Yeah.
And the model the model that I designed in my last live stream, I'm actually looking for the parts right now.
Mm-hmm.
I found most of them, but I have to place a couple of orders for some.
That's cool.
So instead I thought I would continue with one of my tasks for this year, one of my projects to complete. It is actually based on a Lego model, and this is one of them.
Ooh.
So you may have seen these before. This is my design for a go-kart. It's an original design.
That's cool.
This is all
That's
made
really
out.
cool.
Thank you. It's all made out of genuine Lego, and this was actually for a project that I did back in 2022.
That's really cool.
The evolution of that project is actually these 3D printed models.
Uh-huh.
And so I have a bunch of these to make.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that a while ago on your channel, and I think also on your Flickr. I saw those 3D printed versions, and now having it in actual Lego, that's really cool. That's great. I think that's a perfect build for a stream. It's a nice a smaller size for a build and for a MOC, and I think that's a good choice. I like that.
All right. Thank you. So I've got quite a few of these to build, and I don't have the hair pieces to make each of the characters, but I can get started with building the characters, the actual parts.
Oh, hi, Mayo. I didn't see you there. I saw for a second ago that you subscribed, but I didn't see you in chat yet. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah. How's it going, Mayo? And thank you, Alexandria. So I've got the parts pre-printed. Let's see if I can get 3 of these done tonight.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so I have to admit I was really nervous about doing this. This is actually the first collaborative live stream I've ever done.
I'm very honored to be the first to stream with you then.
Well, thank you for having me.
100%.
I just want to make sure I do it justice. That's all.
Nah, no worries. You're good. I think you can't go wrong.
Well.
Hey, Michael. I think I saw you earlier, but I didn't say hi to you yet. So hi, Michael.
How's it going, Michael's Brits?
I think this is the first time I don't hear a 3D print in the background, lol.
Well, it comes and goes. I mean, sometimes I'm printing a lot, sometimes I'm not printing anything at all.
Yeah, that makes
It
sense.
just happens
Probably,
this time.
I would
Yeah.
imagine if it runs for a bit, it also runs a little bit hot, and then maybe it makes more noise, I guess. Is that true?
I don't know actually. I mean, the most I've had it running was just over a day, and even then it was quite quiet.
Got it. My earbuds are connected. Oh, that's a classic, Michael. Having the earbuds, the Bluetooth earbuds connect, and then you don't hear anything. That's yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So my carpet, as you can see in the background, it might be a little bit by the light, it might be a little bit distorted, but essentially it's a great carpet. So I'm gonna choose probably light blue gray for the carpet itself. I think that makes most sense. And remember, yesterday we talked about using studs or not using studs, and sometimes they give a good texture. I think a carpet is the perfect
Yep.
example for where you can use studs.
Oh yes, that is a good one actually. And if you think about it, carpets they lend themselves very well for positioning minifigures and other objects. So you want to have
Exactly.
those studs.
Yeah. Okay. So this area right here will be quite interesting. Oh, this area, because this is basically my kitchen, and it has a little bit of a cutout. You can actually see it on camera right there. There's a little bit of a cutout for the kitchen area. So I'll probably have to use some, I don't know, dark brown or like reddish brown or something like this for the kitchen area.
Oh yes, I think I can see part of the floor there. So it's got a different surface for the floor.
Exactly.
I see.
Okay. Oh, I just noticed I choose the most like the dirtiest plate that I could find. It looks really nasty,
Well,
actually.
I'm not sure if you'd want to admit that in a live stream.
I don't care.
Okay, so right now I'm actually trying to decide which of the colors I should use to make these cards. I've got a bunch of different color parts. They all correspond to different characters. I'm just playing it by ear right now.
So is it you mean the color of the card itself or of the undercarriage of the chassis?
Well, each card corresponds to a different character, and each character has a different set of colors to their cards.
Okay, got it.
So Never Too Old has asked me a question about 3M tape for hanging pictures. Let's see. An L-shaped 3D piece that has two studs that a minifigure can stand on. That may be a good idea. I'd have to visualize that though. So I don't know if you can post a picture. May have a look at that idea.
Michael just said the thing with the Bluetooth earpods and connecting was the stupidest thing he did in a while. Oh, by the way, Michael, how are you doing today? Because I remember you were sick in bed and all of that. Hope you're doing a little bit better today already.
Yes. Yeah, as is customary, I hope everybody is doing all right, and especially since it's the weekend.
Exactly. Okay, I think I messed up.
How so?
I have to probably detach this again with the good old part separators because they're stronger for plates. Because this isn't properly scaled. Maybe I should just take it apart.
I see. I see. I just happen to have a brick separator here, and this is from the third-party plant set that I did a while ago.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So a nice fun fact, I very rarely use brick separators. I actually use my fingernails.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I get that.
It can actually hurt, especially if it's cold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still use fingernails a lot of time as well. And it's just sometimes you... like certain specific things are kind of tough to do with that. So yeah.
Yeah, I was in my storage units and I was trying to separate some plates that I had stacked, and if you're not careful, it can really hurt.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can use a knife, Michael, but you've got to be really careful, as you can imagine.
Way better. Went to the gym for an hour and was busy. That's why my earbuds were connected. Ah, you guys are careful like that. I use knife. Take care, Alexandria. Thank you for joining.
See you later, Alexandria. Okay, I think I've decided which characters I'm going
to. Now the heating unit. I still don't have the name. I have to Google it. My English is very bad today. I don't know why. I think usually when I'm super tired, my English gets extremely bad, and that's the case today. So
don't worry, I'm exactly the same way. Let's see.
The heating, yeah, the heating, exactly. No, that's what I meant. Yeah. So the heating unit or the heating is in fact now just one plate above the ground, which is a little bit more accurate with the small gaps that usually a heating unit has underneath it. So should be minifigures or almost. Put the minifigure on the side. It's hip high roughly. That looks good to me.
That is pretty cool. And I think it's a good scale for the minifigure as well.
Yeah, exactly. This is always a huge thing. I think a lot of people don't really think about that, especially I only break brown bricks. Oh yeah, well, that's a whole different topic. Brown bricks is like...
I think I know where he was going with that.
Yeah, but I must say, since I ordered a lot of reddish brown from Bricklink, and most sellers offer new reddish brown pieces, those are from like 2020, 2021, 2022, so they don't break anymore. That's a good thing if you order from Bricklink nowadays, unless you order something very old used. You should be good. So,
all right. Well, it's been a while since I've seen any reddish brown parts anywhere, whether it's on in sets.
That's a good point. They're not used as much as well anymore, I feel like. So
I have noticed that, yeah.
Okay, am I missing anything? No.
There you go. Got some earplugs for some reason.
I got an old Lego brown train. It's broken bad. A brown Lego train. There's only one brown Lego train. I don't know the set number, but there should be only one, I believe.
If it's old brown, it's going to be quite old.
Oh yeah. Huh. Now I'm curious.
How's it going, Mac?
Hi, Mac. Thank you for joining the stream. Okay, let me see. So my oh, this is actually a tan. This isn't even dark tan. Since when do I have those in dark tan? In tan. Interesting.
Let me see.
I'm starting to lose track of the pieces that I have.
Are you actually free, or do you have instructions?
No, I don't have instructions. I always freestyle everything that I do. So.
Okay.
Which is probably why I'm so super slow when I'm live streaming and mocking something, but it's all right. I'm getting there, getting faster.
It's perfectly fine by me.
But I really, I must say, I really like your approach, and a lot of people do that nowadays. Because it's, of course, it makes a lot of sense and it saves a lot of money to just say, okay, I'm building something out, I'm testing things out in studio, and then if I really like it and it looks good, then I buy it and I build all the stuff in actuality with real bricks. So that makes a lot of sense because it saves so much money.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It has its sorry. Excuse me.
No worries.
Definitely has its it has its advantages and disadvantages, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
You mentioned that it can potentially save you money, especially if you had an idea of what parts you wanted to use, but then you realize that something else was a bit better.
Exactly.
The main disadvantage, I would say, is that even with Studio or especially Lego Digital Designer, it is still possible to make what's called illegal builds or illegal
Oh
bits.
yes,
So
yes, I've noticed that. Yes.
Yeah. So that has caught me out quite a few times.
That is true. Yes, I did that a while ago. Like usually it's when I try some super weird angles where like a clip attaches to something with an offset that's less than half a stud or something like that. Then usually you get into the crazy realm where, where things get a little bit messy.
Yep.
But
Oh,
yeah, I
yes.
get that.
Yeah, so you still have to have some knowledge of how pieces fit together
Exactly.
in order
Yeah.
to
Yeah, that's true.
design effectively. How's it going, Holden? I have not been ignoring you.
Oh, I think Holden mistyped my name twice. First time he missed the N, and then he. You're all right, buddy. You don't have to type my name. I appreciate you being in the stream. I don't think I have the experience or vision to mock here, nor the pieces. Mac, that's okay. I also like this is really, really one of those things. I think I described it in an earlier stream. Basically, what I'm doing is just I got better at it over the years. I've been building Lego for basically all my life now, since I was 5 years old or so. And over the years, of course, you get better at it. So it's just the more sets you have built, the more you have played around with certain pieces, the better you get at it. And usually, what I do is I try to I know basically 300 pieces from the top of my mind just because I have used them so many times, I've looked at them so many times, and so on. So I know which pieces have a certain shape, form, or function where I can use them to generate something that looks like something I'm trying to recreate. So I think most of the time it's more like piece usage and trying to getting to know a good amount of pieces so that you have multiple use cases. Sorry, go ahead, Silent. I was talking over you, I believe.
Oh no, it's all good. Just to add to that, it can be very daunting to go from building sets to actually designing your own models. So
Oh,
I would always
100%.
recommend,
Yeah.
I'd always recommend starting really small. So take a set that you like and maybe think about how you can add pieces to improve it, to make it more to your liking. Also study how the designer uses certain parts to create different effects.
Exactly. That's a good one.
It's all a very gradual process. And then as part of that process, you'll also discover your particular style of building as well.
Exactly. Yes. Just as I mentioned, I think you have also already a little bit of a particular style. I really like that. And I must say my style completely changed and developed over the last 2 years or so. It's actually not that long, because I built one MOC like in 2022, I believe, or 2021. And that MOC was like a huge pirate island, and it basically consumed my entire part selection. So, and since then, I got a little bit more into studio, played around with that a little bit, and then once I upped my part collection last year and through some sets and stuff like that over the last 2 or 3 years, I got more and more into having my own style and kind of using that. So
Right.
it's
definitely
really just like anything else, practice, having a cool idea or inspiration, and then trying to execute that, and you get better and better at it. It just takes some time. All right.
Exactly. It all takes time.
Okay, Michael has a question. I'm ignoring him for straight up 5 minutes now, I believe. I'm deciding on the upper platform of the city. Oh yes, yeah, okay. Whether to keep it or adjust it, and whether or not to build a custom ranch house mock. Any opinions? My bad, my fingers don't fit on the keyboard. No worries. Just check Silent isn't in JDP's Discord server yet. Huh.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
to
he
get
had
back
his
to
own Discord.
Michael's question, I'm just have to. Sorry, my brain is so fried today. I'm all over the place.
No problem.
I'm deciding on the upper platform of the city and whether to keep it or adjust it, and whether or not to build a custom ranch house. Okay, I have to picture this. I do know you have a ranch in red and white, I believe, already in your city. Well, at least the barn of it. And you try to do something similar on like an upper level, I guess. Whether to keep it or adjust it, and whether or not. I think I have to see an image of that. I don't really have like a clear vision of that. Michael, feel free to post an image in the Discord. Then maybe we can help you there. Just under MOCs or I'm currently building, and then post it in there and ask that question again, and I'm sure we'll figure something out together. Okay. Oh, I have to be careful. I just noticed I'm holding reddish brown, and this is actually old reddish brown. This is from my childhood, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you want to be careful that you don't use a piece that's eventually going to break on you.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit daunting here and there, but it's all right. I'm very like what I noticed is it really only breaks when like especially plates and stuff like that. Larger plates. I have a ton of reddish brown plates that broke. Hold on, I have so many of those still. There we go.
Okay. Right, I'm making one of these in response to Holden. One of these 3D printed go-karts.
Yeah, so like this is, for example, one of those large plates in reddish brown that broke.
Oh, Oh my
And
goodness.
I have a bunch of those, like many. And so probably like 20 or 30. And basically when I was building that mock in 2022, 2021, something like this, I broke, like, because I didn't know that at the time. And I just went through one, through the next, through the next. I went through probably 10 or 15 alone in this mock. And then I Googled a little bit around why it breaks so easily, and I figured out it's super common. So that's
Okay.
kinda...
You kept all of those broken plates.
Sorry?
You kept all of those broken plates.
Yeah, yeah, most of them. For some reason, I don't have the guts to throw them. So yeah, that's a thing. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a potential challenge for the future. Maybe build something using those broken plates.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, because they have a particular shape, and they look kind of cool, almost like you could use them for something. I agree, actually. I've got some.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mac. By the way, I saw your Sandcrawler stream the other day for an hour or so, and I think you streamed today, or you're still streaming, or tomorrow, or something like this as well. How many pieces have you broken on that yet? Probably a few more in the next couple of days. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
got to be heartbreaking. No pun intended. Breaking pieces while building.
I really enjoy those stream together sessions. It's really enjoyable for me, to be honest.
Oh, well, how many have you done so far?
I mean, one with Michael, one with you now, and then with JDP on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, this is definitely something that's new to me, and I think it's going to catch on.
Yes, I like it. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think I screwed up.
What happens?
I'm trying to figure out the correct scale. I think I'm. This should be the correct scale almost. So basically, I have the floor right there. I need to move around the pieces a little bit. This is basically the floor, and it also is kind of dark brown, kind of normal reddish brown, so to speak. And I kind of mixed it. So I think that looks the closest to the real deal. And then I have to cover up this area in light brush gram. So I'll kind of do that right now.
Okay. Just wish I was a lot more organized.
No worries. It took me basically 24 years to get this organized right here. So
24 years.
Yeah. Cracked and still usable, broken. Okay, 2 cracked. I'm behind in chat. I'm also behind in chat. No worries. 2 cracked and still usable. 2 broken and not usable. Okay. I'm contemplating whether to stream or not. You should, Michael. I think your city is pretty cool. You should involve us more in your mock building of the city. I think that would be a pretty cool concept.
Well, Michael already has a is it him that has a really successful YouTube channel at the moment?
Who?
Am I thinking Michael's Bricks?
Oh, I think so. I mean, most of the people in chat have at least 100, 1,000, something like this subscribers, I believe.
All right.
Hi, Olive.
Hello,
Welcome
Olive.
to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I like the way you guys have this stream set up, and where the desks almost looks like they are abutting against it. Well, that is super random, if I'm gonna be honest. But it does look like we sit on opposite ends of the table. That's true.
Yeah. Yes, it's actually turned out really well. So I was just I just wanted to make sure that my face didn't appear on camera.
Yeah, no worries. That's why I also gave you a little bit of extra time, because last time I almost immediately started the stream, and I was a little bit confused by that too, the way it works, because you have like a waiting room, and then you have like, okay, start stream now, and then you have like it's just so many components. So yeah.
Okay. So I'm only able to do these. I was only able to use the link from a mobile device. So right now I have a tablet that is precariously positioned on the thing that I have my webcam mounted on.
That's all right. 1 second.
It seems to work.
I'm thinking of how to do my what is it called? Words today. I'm thinking of how to do my my window. Fenster was German. My window. What is it called? Window something. Windowsill. I have never used that word, I believe, in my life.
Okay. This is for your model of the apartments.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to because it's actually, I use those rail pieces because they only stick out a bit over the, which is actually the same in reality. They stick out a bit over my heating. So it's almost the perfect scale, but the problem is the windows still have to attach on the other side. I actually pulled up already in preparation. Just built a mock I found on Rebrickable. That's good, Olive. I think there's some pretty cool mocks on Rebrickable. I might try some of those in the future as well. So I have basically 3 of those windows, exactly 3 of those windows in reality, which have pretty much exactly the scale of this. So that's perfect.
Okay.
I want to make my IRL home out of Lego. You should. That's exactly what I'm doing at the moment. So,
That is actually a good exercise, I think.
yeah, I agree. I think you're right. I think it's a good starting point for a mock, maybe even, because you have an exact model or an exact kind of real example of what you're building. And yeah.
So you mentioned we briefly talked about minifigure scale things earlier.
Yeah.
And I found that one of the really tricky things with designing minifigure scale models is it's natural to want to design things for a human, but minifigures have slightly different proportions to.
Oh, that is correct. That is correct. Yes, yes, I agree. That is correct. Yeah, I'm trying to get as close as possible to it. It's not gonna be possible to do exactly that, but okay. I'm starting to like the look of this.
It is taking shape. It's looking pretty good.
Oh, hold on.
It looks as if you're focusing on.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm working on everything. My ADHD usually lets me skip around, so I'm gonna start with my room. Yes, you should hold it. I think that's a great idea. What content do you do? I want to make my Micah pulls the message back. I appreciate holding. We've got 8 people watching. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. We have 7 likes. I just noticed that. I haven't even given my own stream a like, so that's good. Yeah,
7 likes is good. We can definitely improve on that, though.
for sure. I think we can exceed 10 likes in this stream.
Oh yeah, 10 is respectable. I'm just trying to find a specific part. This is why it's, especially for this project, it was important to be organized in the beginning.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you build something on Studio and you then order the pieces and sort them or have them sorted in bags, I think that's really efficient. Like the way I'm doing it usually. That's why we also do the building stream, or not the building, the sorting stream with JDP next Tuesday. It's like I have all these table scraps laying around of ideas that I had or pieces that I wanted to use but I didn't use, and then I have to sort them at some point. So I just put them into those tubs right here, and then basically at some point I have to sort them.
Well, then you've got to remember which tub has which parts.
Exactly. No, actually, it's pretty random. I just I have one tub that has minifigures, and then everything else is super random, or it's associated with a certain MOC where most of the pieces I wanted to use.
See, I don't see a comment about Michael Brix's contents. It says message chatted. I see a message about ordering a case quad set. Just for your information.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to multitask here. Oh yeah, guys.
No problem.
I ordered a case quad set. I'm hyped. It's motorized and I can build a planter and chisel plow setup. Okay. I imagine this is some kind of farming equipment that I have no idea about. So it at least sounds a little bit like it. Chisel plow. Plow is, oh, I think I know what a plow is. To kind of ruffle up the surface area of the field, I would assume. And hi, Terry. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, Terry.
I mainly subscribe to my friends and city builders. Well, Mayo, I'm a city builder, but I'm also not really a city builder. I basically build anything that comes to my mind. So, but glad you subscribed.
Yes, well, you know what? Thanks to you, I'm going to become a city builder as well.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so my first challenge is finding a suitable base plate.
Oh yeah. I also kind of ran out of base plates. I have one more available now again. I have a tan colored base plate that that was made available essentially again because I essentially disassembled an old MOC, so I'm available again. But look it up. Case quad track Stegier. Case quad Stegier. Oh yes, I knew it was farming equipment, or it was like a farming vehicle. There it is. That looks pretty cool. I could imagine that being a very, very cool mock, honestly. So that's cool.
Piece. I'm not actually. That's good.
I might redo the window section, but besides that, or at least the area that holds. I'm not too happy with that. Hmm. Oh, see, we talked the other day about dark tan. This is like half of the dark tan that I have of 1x2 plates.
Oh yes, the bulk order of 150 at least. I think.
Yeah, but I must say I kind of ran out of, or like I don't have a lot of dark tan 1x2 bricks. That's kind of something I'm still hunting. The same for dark green, dark red, and stuff like that. There's some like certain colors and certain
Oh yeah,
certain things that I'm still
yeah.
hunting for essentially.
Mhm.
But yeah, most of the pieces that I really need, yeah, I start to have at least a few off, slowly but surely now. So that's good.
Cool. Um, you have access to the Berlin Lego store, don't you?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, it's always well. Sorry. I've always got something in my throat for some reason.
No worries.
But maybe not so much now because of how much pad boxes cost, but the pad wall is usually a really good resource for getting certain parts.
I agree. Yes. I think the value you can still get out of that $20 box is insane. If you take a little bit of time, and you can get insane. You can get, if you compare the pricing to Lego, it's usually $100 or $80 worth of the box,
Oh yeah,
or at least 40,
yeah,
50, 60, so at
absolutely.
least double, triple, something like this. And then if you order on Bricklink the same pieces, you usually end up with a slightly better value with the box, slightly. So
Yeah,
depends on
it
which
usually
piece.
works out that way. Yeah, it usually works out that way.
Yeah.
I remember there was one particular time when ordering parts on bricks and pieces was really inexpensive. I'm not sure what caused that particular situation, but it was a steal.
Yeah,
And then
I can imagine. I mean, the price hikes really began with like 2020, 2021, 2022. Before that, I mean, Lego was always expensive, but it was probably still all right in terms of pricing. But it really just took off in the last couple of years. So he'll be offline in 10 minutes. My city is on IKEA tables, but it's a mess right now. IKEA tables, that's a good point. I looked up and I found out that one of
oh,
the desk or the table, what is it called? The area that you're working on of a desk. the wooden slab
oh,
that is basically the desk. So basically, without the
oh dear.
legs, without the table legs, just the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, that basically one of the two that I wanted to get from IKEA isn't deliverable. You can only pick it up from a store, and I mean, there's some stores in Berlin, but the store that would have it available is across the city, and I would need my parents here or like a friend to help me out to get it here because I don't have a car. So it's kind of
Yeah.
a mess to get those two tables and all the setup for my corner here, but I have. Slowly but surely figured out kind of which pieces I need to build the exact cornered desk that I want for this corner here. But it's kind of hard to get them. So
Yeah, I know what you mean. I remember once I wanted to get a bookshelf from IKEA, and it was prohibitively expensive to have it delivered. So I managed somehow to get the whole thing on train or a couple of trains. It was hard work, I'll tell you that much.
I imagine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people in Berlin that are constantly taking like huge furniture and stuff like that into the subway. It's just totally typical for Berlin. But I would never do that. I wouldn't even have the strength to carry it through the doors and everything. Like
Oh,
I'm not super muscular to be honest. That's
Well, over here you got to worry about stairs.
oh
That's
yeah.
one of
Same. That's another point. I have I'm in the second level of my second level of the building, and so
okay.
that's not that easy. We don't have an elevator or something like this.
Oh dear.
I still have top
So yeah,
chat turned on. Why do I have top chat turned on? There we go.
it's defaults.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
It really is.
Yeah,
Well, at least there should be an option to set the defaults at least.
exactly. Yes. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, speaking of IKEA, I actually have some of the I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but a while ago Lego released, or at least IKEA released, a collaboration with Lego. They had these white plastic boxes that you could
Yes,
build.
I remember. Mm-hmm.
So I have a couple of those at my studio, and I had wanted to do something with them. I just never found the time to.
They are really cool, honestly. I really like them, but I never got them. Are they still available, or is it not a thing anymore?
Yeah, they should still be available. Yeah, they should still be available. Welcome back, Alexandria.
Hey, Alexandria. Thank you for joining back. The mods have gone away. I'm waiting for some packs to come back in store at IKEA myself. I have one Billy form from them, but the depth of the US version of the Billy is not as deep as the UK version. Ah, interesting.
PAX. What is PAX?
Yeah, I think it's since IKEA always gives those interesting names to their furniture, I imagine it's a specific furniture piece. Hi, JDP. Thank you for joining.
There he is. There's the man, JDP. It's gonna be your turn on Tuesday.
Sorry?
It's gonna be his turn on Tuesday.
Yes, exactly.
All right, just a little public service announcement. Be very careful when working with super glue, because you can very easily get your fingers stuck together. Yes, it has happened a few times.
Oh man. There we go. The corner is starting to shape up quite nicely. I probably have to figure out a way to essentially attach my desk that I have back there. It's maybe barely visible there. It's a white desk that attaches to another piece here, to a shelf. And then I probably have to attach that to the wall since I left no studs to really attach it here. Maybe there's one there, but that kind of sucks. But I'll figure something out.
Well, don't worry too much about it. You're feeling your way right now.
But I like how it starts to shape up. It's getting some form. But I noticed I ran completely out of white bricks, so I might have to use some of the ones that I washed, because as a child I painted some of these bricks with watercolor, so it literally washes off super easily. And yeah, I don't know how it even stuck to the brick in the first place back then. I probably put like 20 layers on there, but I had a ton of white bricks that were painted, and I kind of were able to reuse them now, which is good. So
Yeah, I got to say, watercolors are a new one for me.
yeah.
Usually, well, I can tell you when I was younger, before my dark age, it was enamel paint that I used.
Ah,
And then naturally, you probably come across parts that some kid has scribbled over with permanent
oh,
marker or something.
actually not, because I never did that as a child. Actually, there's like one piece or so where I ever did that. But I was, as a child, I was quite conscious of not to modify, scribble, and paint any pieces too much. So
Okay.
that was also the reason why I didn't like spray certain pieces. I just used watercolor because I was like, I don't want to spend money on like color, and I still want to have them colored in a certain way. And funny enough, I colored them in a dark bluish gray type color. And even because I didn't have enough of those back then, and I still don't have enough of those today, and I'm still like, whenever I see dark bluish gray bricks
Mm.
in like 1 by something, I get them. I need to get
Oh,
them because I
oh
have
yeah,
so little of them, and they're so expensive.
yeah,
So
definitely. Um, they are surprisingly very scarce, aren't they?
yes, yes, 100%. And I've seen in the US with the new pub updates, there are on some pub walls, there are dark bluish gray 1 by 6 bricks or 1 by 8 bricks or something like this, which is amazing.
Oh,
If they are in the Berlin store, I get a full,
oh,
or maybe not a full, but almost a full
well,
box with them. So
well, I may have to pay a visit to the store tomorrow because one thing I know is that if anybody gets wind of new parts on the wall, they won't last very long.
oh yes, yes. But the good thing is, since they made that flip slash change finally to new pieces or new colored pieces, they will start like continue stocking up on them. So of course, certain things go empty and then they're missing for a month or two. But I'm sure there is a certain list now that is now the active one, so to speak, and that they can continuously order from again. So I'm hoping that the Berlin store gets the same. What did the US guys show? I think there was some olive green masonry, some dark orange masonry, some dark
Yeah,
bluish gray masonry, where I was like, I don't have any of, like I have like 20 or so of them.
yeah.
And I believe the fern pieces and the limp pieces and bright light green and stuff like that. So there's some really good pieces. So really stoked on that, and yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew and pizza.
Or you're going to have trouble sleeping, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Um, well, fortunately, over here, we used to have a problem with masonry bricks because when they first came out, the stores would usually have just one box worth,
That
and
sucks.
naturally they would go really quickly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Um, we've been quite sport for choice with masonry bricks in recent years. So we've had some white ones. We've had um, the nougat and
Yeah,
I think
medium nougat. Yeah, yeah,
the nougat.
exactly.
Quite a few different colors.
Yeah, I really like. I have almost every color of masonry. The only colors I'm missing is black, yellowish green or slash spring green, and I believe, oh, nougat. There is a 1 by 4 in normal nougat that I do.
Okay, I
But
think those are relatively new. I think.
yes, 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 yes. All right, guys, I'm going to try and take a nap before I get ready for my stream tonight. Very cool and interesting stream. Don't forget to hit that like and catch you all later. Yeah, thank you so much for joining, Meg. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. And yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you um, enjoy us bubbling along. So, okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna continue with the actual kitchen. Let me see. So we need
Okay.
some white. It's actually really scary how little white bricks or pieces I have left. when you start building a few MOCs with a specific color or something, you completely run out of them really quickly.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like even just standard pieces. Like I need so much more one by something pieces in plates, bricks, tiles, and specifically in dark bluish gray, white, light bluish gray, like the standard colors. I need so many more of those. Crazy.
Yeah, there are definitely a few pieces I ran out of really quickly. And I remember when I first started out, it was usually 2x2 tiles in either dark bluish gray or light bluish gray.
Exactly.
And most recently, I found I had a problem with reddish brown tiles. So there's a few different kinds that I'm always short on, unfortunately.
Exactly. No, so yeah. So for me, it's really stocking up on basic pieces and then adding to be able to build at crazier angles and filling gaps and stuff like that. More slopes, curved slopes, sheath slopes, and hinge bricks, modified bricks, and hinge plates and stuff like that. So those things I still need more of. But on the other stuff, I just need to stock up. Like I have a good amount, a decent amount, and if I take apart a few MOCs, I have more available again, but I just need more. Basically 25% to 50% more of what I have. And then it's slowly but surely reaching a point where like I feel certain pieces and certain colors are pretty saturated. I can build basically everything I want in the type of sizes I usually build MOCs in. And I'm totally fine with that. But there's so many specific pieces that I don't have enough of still.
Yeah. Oh yes. Well, one thing I have, one thing I make a point of doing whenever I have to buy parts is to buy a few more than I actually need.
Oh yes, for sure.
So I don't have to place so many orders in theory.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, even tiles. They had 2x4 tiles like a year ago. Not a year ago, maybe like 6 or 7 months ago. They had 2x4 tiles in the Berlin store in the pick-a-brick wall, and I didn't pick up any. And now that I'm building more and more and more, and I'm like, why didn't I pick up any? Those are like 21-cent pieces, or I think 15 or 16-cent pieces on Lego.com. Why shouldn't I pick those up? They're even still here and there hard to get for good prices in the Bricklink stores. So yeah,
always the case, isn't it? We've had a good bounty of white tiles. So there was a time when we had we had 2x6 tiles in whites. We had 1x4s. I think we had 2x2s as well.
Yeah.
I was able to get quite a few of those, as one does. But at the same time, I guess we have to be quite lucky in that we have to be at the right store at the right time.
Exactly. How do I do this? I need more tiles. Oh, I think I have some white tiles left. No, it's only black. Oh.
So right now I'm keeping things very simple, and I'm making a couple of gold-colored carts.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's cool.
There's basically only four different kinds of gold to be concerned with.
Oh, very cool, Holden. Feel free to. I think you're in our Discord. If you aren't yet, hold on. I'm gonna post the link. Give me 1 second. I'm not logged in on this browser tab. Discord. Just for everyone in general, even if Holden is already in the Discord. Can't go too wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely promotes it.
I think it has grown quite nicely. I think we are like 20 people or something like this so far.
Excellent. So how long? I wonder how long it took Holden to make his bathroom look.
Yes, that's a good question. So, for everyone interested in joining our Discord, I think the link is, I don't know, I don't have a description on the stream. Yeah, I should. Actually, the link is still in the description because it's linked on my profile, so it shows it at the very bottom of the description.
Well, you got the link in the chat there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone who is building MOCs, building sets, wanting to chat with some like-minded people in the Lego space, feel free to join our Discord. And yeah.
Oh yes, we'd be very glad to have you guys. You may even see some exclusive content.
Exactly. Oh, I think there's one thing I can actually do, which is maybe not. Yes, I should be. I got those. Most of those tiles I got with my most recent Lego order. And they actually, after they forgot to send me, because I ordered 40 light blue square 2x2s and then 10 light blue square 2x2s in separate orders. And they actually, I think I missed all of the 10 light blue square ones. And so when I got the order with the replacement, or not the replacement, but like the parts that were missing, they actually packed 3 more additionally. So I was kind of stoked about that.
Very nice.
I must say their customer support is still really good. You can say whatever you want about the company, but the customer support is really good.
Yeah, I can definitely vouch for that. I've not had to engage with customer supports that often, maybe twice ever, but they have been very friendly and very understanding.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I always have to make sure I don't throw over my sorting trays in the whole system here, because it's parked on the exact edge of the table. So whenever I need something from a tray on the very right side, the angle is so weird that I have to actually turn it a bit to be able to open the tray. So it's kind of sketchy, but it works.
Yeah, definitely be careful with that.
Yeah, I definitely need a new desk. It's time for that, slowly but surely.
Well, speaking of spilling things over, you mentioned your carpet earlier. Have you had that
One
experience?
second. It's someone is rolling their trash can outside. There we go. Sorry, can you repeat what you just said?
Well, you mentioned your carpet earlier.
Yes.
Have you had the experience yet of dropping a piece on the floor and not being able to find it because of the color?
Yes, for sure. It's but with my carpet, it's mostly light bluish gray, since again it's kind of gray, and then also like trans clear, like trans clear. I'm never joining Discord.
Oh dear.
Trans clear is like the worst to drop on, at least my kind of carpet color. It's like I found a piece that I dropped like a week ago recently. So that's not ideal.
Well, any of the transparent colors, I think, are quite difficult to find, especially on a dark floor. I don't know about anybody else, but I've always had the phenomenon of one of the very first parts that end up on the floor matching the color of the floor.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh dear. Never mind, Dave.
I'm trying to figure out, because there's like a shelf. I don't know if you know these IKEA shelves that are literally like square cubes stacked on top of each other, so to speak.
Yes, I believe so.
Exactly, and there's like different variations of those, and I have one of those standing around in kind of a tan color, so I can definitely use tan for that. But Try having a marbled floor with 20 different colors. Yes, Michael, of course I'm gonna do that.
Oh dear.
Well, actually, I kind of have to agree. I think the floor would look better if you would use light bluish gray and perhaps stone blue, maybe, or something like this.
Yeah.
I think it could work, or dark bluish gray, or something like this, like two very, very tightly matching
Yeah.
colors to have a little bit of a pattern. But I think it, if you overdo it, it would start looking really weird.
Oh yeah.
I do have an oil. What is it called? An oil. There it is, down there. I'm bad at this. There we go. There's an oil. Yeah. Kind of spot on my carpet, which is actually
Okay.
from the chair that I'm sitting on, because the suspension component of the chair broke, and then it spit out oil, and I tried to fix it, and it dropped on my carpet, and it's basically engraved there now. So that kind of sucks.
I see. I see. Well, that would be a very interesting feature to include in your.
Oh yes, you're right, actually. But hold on, where would that be? That would be in this corner. I think I can still do that. It's not 100% correct, but it basically almost. It would be if I take apart this wall and I use the separator. It would be basically in here. I can do that. That's a good idea. It's a nice Easter egg because it's so accurate, actually. So
Yeah.
I like it.
And you got the story to tell about that particular patch on the floor.
Exactly. Yeah, this is also the thing. I definitely need to order at least enough pieces until the end of the year, because once I'm at the Berlin Berlin exhibition by the end of the year, I want to display as many MOCs simultaneously as I possibly can or have, and I don't want to disassemble like 90% of the MOCs that I'm building right now, so that I have all the stuff prepped already, and basically just have to take it there once the time comes around.
That's a good idea.
Don't forget to stay hydrated. Yes, that's a good one. Definitely stay hydrated, guys.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to, if you drink your water, drink it with some kind of electrolyte, because if you don't, then yeah, you are not getting hydrated. So you have to always either have minerals in there or salt or something like this, and then usually the water bounces and is better absorbed by the cells.
Okay.
There we go.
So electrolytes are an actual thing, are they?
Yes.
Well, I always thought there was some kind of marketing gimmick.
Not really. No. I mean, yes, kind of. You're kind of right, because essentially, yeah, the artificial components and vitamins and electrolytes and minerals that are often added to certain drinks are not that great, but it still helps. Even those are okay. But yeah, electrolytes are important, and in most like natural water sources, or back when people were still kind of drinking blood, so to speak, when we were primarily carnivores, this was actually like the blood was actually the hydration source, or one of the hydration sources. So it kind of derives from that a little bit. Oh, there it is.
All right. Well, one of my favorite things to drink is water with a little bit of lemon juice.
Oh yeah, that's I also like that more than just plain water.
Oh yeah, it makes it much easier to drink.
Yeah, 100%. I integrated the spot on the carpet. Thank you for that. That's a really cool idea. Look, it's a dark bluish gray spot right there.
I see it. Nice.
So that's kind of funny. It's actually it's pretty accurate. Yeah, should work well. Okay.
Yes, by the way, thank you for pointing me to WeBrick.
Oh yes, yeah,
So
100%. That's again, I haven't personally ordered from them, but I have seen many German YouTubers, small German YouTubers, large German YouTubers that have used them, that are either sponsored or that tested them privately, so to speak, and they're like really good. Like again, I think the market is really even when it comes to quality, especially from alt bricks now. And so if you order the premium bricks from them, I think it's still the best brick quality on the market. If you don't order the premium ones, you get like 80 to 90% of the quality of Lego. But if you order in bulk, you get it for like a third of the price or half the price or something like this. So it's
well, I'm gonna have a field day placing an order because I'm certainly gonna get some of those 1x2 Technic bricks, and I've seen that they even have 2x4 plates in light nougat.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. Certain colors that are really expensive or really hard to get with Lego, you can get there. Hi, Blake. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. How's the Lego building going? You mean the city? The city hasn't seen major updates, although I have made some updates off camera to it, as usual, but not major ones. I just basically swapped some weird colors and also completed a little bit of the first platform section on top of the first buildings on the ground floor. So you'll see more in the next update for sure. And Blake, if you haven't seen it yet, this is the trailer we did last stream. I not quite completed it. And there's some hosing in between for the pneumatics and stuff like that. And some venting unit thingies on top. And I had to actually remove some of the tiles I used here, some of the tile modifieds, because I needed them for the heating unit of the apartment that I'm building right now. But besides that, that's also almost finished. Actually, Silent, I put this in the city, and it looked really nice in terms of scale in the city.
Oh, nice.
So I might actually really put this into the city. So it's kind of fun.
Right. What would it be transporting?
That's a good point. It would probably be just, I guess, kind of the since it's the city is constructed with those different levels and the kind of the story and lore behind that, and kind of representing the layers of society, so to speak. I think it would be just a normal truck driver driving around, like, I don't know, like wood or fish or something like this. I have no idea. Something basic like that.
All right. Nice. We could make sure you take some photos of your city with and without the truck.
Oh, 100%. I will do like 20, 30 photos of this once this is completely done.
Oh, absolutely.
With different scenes and different everything, just to make sure that everything is captured. So that's why I'm getting more and more comfortable with taking MOCs apart again also, which I'm terrible at, because usually if I build a MOC, it stands around for at least a year or something like this, or half a year at least. But I'm getting better at that since I'm taking images, so I have like a memory and a memorabilia of like how everything looked and how everything was structured, and a certain story behind that. So that makes it a lot easier to take them apart again than if you don't have footage of them and you just take them apart. So that's definitely something I'm planning on doing.
Definitely important to at least have photos of things that you build.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, one of the most amazing things was going through some of my old hard drives. I think it was just at the end of last year, and seeing just how many things I'd actually built.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that for sure.
I mean, some of them weren't very good, admittedly, but there were some things that I'd completely forgotten about that I was really proud of.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, it's the same for me actually. Like I look at some mocks, I'm like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, it was alright. It wasn't the best, but it was alright. For example, I still have one that I'm not too happy with, but it's alright.
Yeah.
It's this kind of Middle East Arabic kind of inspired mock, which I just noticed the well's roof is off. There we go. So basically, it started with the tree, and then I kind of built everything around it. But it's pretty part intensive, and I'm trying to still create a little bit of a story behind it. And it's one of those that it's alright. I've done way worse mocks in the past, but I could still see this getting improved in the future. This is also a few months old again, so my building skill has improved a little bit since then, and I think I can make some improvements to that.
Yeah, that in itself is that's yet another project idea. And I've actually done something similar a couple of times where I've taken an old model that I've designed and I've redesigned it essentially using more up-to-date building techniques and stuff.
Exactly. Yes, that's a good point. I'm. That's why I'm also so hooked on doing another pirate type island, because I have done it 2 years or 3 years ago, and I want to do it with all the pieces and everything and the experience I have now again, and make it like way better, way more detailed, way crazier. And I have done it with the small pirate island mock that is still unfinished, that I'm still trying to finish. But I will do a much larger one, probably a 2x3 base plates or something like this, and then
All
we'll
right,
see.
I'll definitely go for it.
Thank you, Alexandria. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, I think we should have Alexandria join you on a stream at some point.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Oh, JDP posted in Discord about his city layout. I really like that. It looks good.
Let me take a look.
I think he used an amazing technique to integrate the curved or like the round plates into the street ground, and then use
Oh, yeah.
the 45-degree angle cut tile to kind of integrate that, and then put the tiles on top to get that angle. That looks
I,
really good. I like that.
that is very clever, actually. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, no, me neither. I sometimes come up with that after a while of thinking, but usually I come up with something like this after the fact, and then I have to kind of go back into it and redo it. And I often actually do that, but still, initially, I don't come up with those things most of the time.
Well, there's nothing wrong with going back and redoing something if you can find a better method.
I agree.
But in general, this is the point of having something like brick therapy and even having these collaborative streams. We find ways of incorporating other people's ideas.
Exactly. I'm struggling so much with this shelf. I think I should continue something else. Oh, I have an idea. Huh? Might want to do.
So for those who don't know, I believe Mayor Hosco is in Australia.
Oh yeah, he might be.
So obviously it's evening time over here, but for him it's pretty much morning.
Carsten, is that actually supposed to be a Lego house or city building you're building right now? That is Blake. If you're still listening, that is my apartment, my actual apartment. And it's that's why it's just a kind of an accept, so to speak, or excerpt. It's not the whole thing or whole building or anything. It's just literally a cutout and literally just my apartment and my main room of my apartment, excluding the bathroom and the entrance area room, because there is an extra room which is quite nice. But yeah, I did this month. Next month is ice cream month. Mayo, maybe you can eat some mayo. Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's see. I need one more of those rail pieces. There we go. It's actually really satisfying to have at least a few pieces, or a decent amount of pieces that you constantly need to like actually complete and build what you want to build. Like just thinking of something and being like, oh yeah, I have a few of those, so I can do that. It's actually so it's so crazy. It's actually a childhood dream come true, I must say.
Oh man.
And
I don't know about anybody else, but one thing I really wanted to do was when I was a kid, I wanted to build my own village essentially.
oh yeah.
So I had this idea of building a village under the bed. I had these grand visions of having a row of houses and there'd be lighting simulating daytime and everything. I just let my imagination run wild.
That's cool.
I thought it was a cool idea, but bear in mind this was the time when you could order parts directly from Lego, but it would take 4 to 6 weeks to arrive.
Oh yeah, because it was probably through the catalog or through the telephone, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Take care, Mario. Thank you so much for joining as usual, and yeah, see you in the next one.
All right. Later, Maya. Yeah, back in the days of paying for things through mail order.
Yeah.
I'll show my age. Yeah, that I wouldn't go back to those things.
Oh, actually, this is pretty accurate. This is almost exactly how my nightstand, night desk, whatever you want to call it, looks like. That's pretty cool.
So show me again. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
It looks pretty much exactly how it looks like.
Nice.
So that's good. Let me see, how is it positioned? We have the shelf behind it. Then we have that. Scale wise, it would need to be a little bit smaller, but I'm just gonna put it there. It's all right.
Yeah, it will do for now.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I can make the bed 4 studs wide. I wanted to make it 3 studs wide. I think 4 studs makes a lot more sense, because then it actually matches then the scale between all the shelves and everything behind it is actually correct, and it's still yeah, it's not 100%, but I think you're never gonna get 100% really, so that's all right.
It is very easy to get caught up in trying to make things accurate.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
yeah, I constantly have to remind myself that I'm not trying to create an exact replica of things.
Exactly. Yes, that's a good point.
It's literally just an approximation.
Exactly. I can use those rail pieces, but it's not long enough for that. I'm kind of overusing rail pieces lately because they have like half a starch offset. And so usually you can create quite nice shapes and offsets and stuff like that with those for like to get a scale that is in between an actual one stud wide plate and and not having it at all. So it's kind of, if you guys don't make it perfect, I'm never watching you again. No. Oh, we are at 63 subscribers. That's crazy. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. Whoever subscribed.
Well, I'm telling you, man, 100 by the end of next month.
Nah, I think I have to post a few more videos and shorts for that, which I may or may not be able to do in the next couple of weeks, but yeah.
You will definitely get there eventually.
Yeah, for sure. So now I'm building out. This is actually mirrored, but anyways, I'm building. Where is it? There it is. I'm building out the ledge or edge of the bed itself to create maybe kind of a curved effect for the for everything on the bed, including the pillows and stuff like that. So
let's see
how that goes. I still have some tiles left for that. Maybe I can use them.
It'd be interesting to see how you create the pillows.
Yes. Oh, actually, I just remembered I have done a bed. Remember, I talked about creating kind of an Easter egg little scene in the city of my own room. So an even smaller version of this, essentially, just with a cutout. And I already prepared a bed for that. Hold on, it should be somewhere in here. Maybe I can find it somewhere. I definitely have to start sorting pieces again. It's getting a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, you just have to find the time for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be a very addictive
for sure.
activity.
Is it in here? Maybe it's in here. Oh my lord. No, it's not in here. Ah, there it is. I used those curved slopes, those 1x1 curved slopes for the.
Oh yes.
What is it called? The mattress?
Yeah, mattress.
The mattress, and then basically used tan for just as a contrast color. Essentially, I don't really have tan bed stuff, but yeah, basically as a contrast. And then I used an ingot piece for the pillow because it has this nice edged corners or wedged corners.
Yeah.
So
that's a good choice actually. I will say I do like those ingot pieces.
Yeah, me too. I have a bunch of them now, slowly but surely. This is basically all the ones I have.
Okay.
So I have some green primarily for like mossy bricks on like a wall or something like this, or for I also use it in the city as like to create kind of tiny gaps in the masonry on the wall essentially of one building. And you can also use them for like I don't know, like shutter pieces that you brick build on the side to have multiple of those,
Yeah.
or for certain detailing, right? So those colors are a little bit more rare. And I actually accidentally, I think accidentally ordered titanium metallic something, a couple of
Oh,
those.
yes.
So now I have some in flat silver, some in titanium, some in dark blue spray, some in light blue spray, white, black, brown, dark orange, dark red, tan. They don't make them in dark tan, which I find pretty interesting. But yeah,
I think they will eventually.
yeah, for sure. Like with pretty much any piece.
Yeah. Yeah, they even have some in yellow, which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, the this set has a bunch of them in yellow. So we will be building that in some kind of stream in the next couple of weeks or months, probably.
All right.
And there's like 20 or 30 in there in yellow. So
without giving too much away, I have placed an order for 100 of them on AliExpress in red brown. And
that's cool.
And it's slightly not enough because I need.
That's interesting. I mean, I know that ingot pieces are often running out when you start. Actually, you need to use a different brick here again. And when you start to use them for a certain, I don't know, like for like a roofing technique or for stuff like that. Usually they start running out for large surface areas that have them as detail pieces.
Yeah.
So
So I'm gonna basically I ordered them for my Easter creation, which I had finished designing and I've been trying to find parts for.
That's cool.
But yeah, unfortunately I couldn't order more than 100 at a time. But fortunately I know I have some genuine ones. So
that's good.
Be a problem. But I do remember I used some tan ones a while ago for doing the floor for a vignette that I did. And I remember I got those tan ingots I believe I got them from a pab wall.
Yeah. I remember the pub wall had them a while ago, but I wasn't buying from the pub wall back then when they were available. I just saw it in some YouTube videos that it was available a while ago. So, but my next visit to the pub wall will be, let's just say, luscious. I will probably buy 2 or 3 boxes. I still have so many insider points, and I'm from my kind of viewpoint. I never had that many, and so I can buy, I think, 2 boxes completely for free or something like this. Which is good. So this way I can get some plant pieces, some masonry, and hopefully also some good bricks and tiles if they are available.
Yeah, it's just a matter of what they have at the time.
Exactly, yeah.
So fingers crossed, definitely.
So guys, I used the old, where is it? There it is. The old 1x2 curved slope, or is it an arch? I think it might be even an arch piece. And then I also used the new one accidentally, but I noticed that it is, since it's one of those shorter ones, Lego made a bunch of pieces recently in a smaller or shorter format to fit kind of the style of newer pieces. So they kind of used old pieces as kind of a template and then cut off the bottom or like some kind of piece usually. They did that with like 6 or 7 pieces, I believe. And this arch or curved slope is one of them. And it looks like the bed stuff is essentially just kind of wavy on the side because this is shorter than this. So
it's got an uneven look.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, I discovered those bits by accident just by browsing Studio.
Yeah, yeah.
That's often how I found out about new pieces.
Exactly. No, so for me, it was like this since for quite a while, but at some point, I started being chronically addicted to surfing on Bricklink, and since then I'm always aware of new business. There's actually a page on Instagram. Shout out to them. They're called New Elementary.
Yes.
And so they basically post about new colors and new pieces, and that's quite interesting. Okay, Michael, take care. Thank you so much for joining, as usual, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Never Too Old.
This is too white. I don't like that.
I think I can put the heads on here.
The stream has 12 likes. That's pretty good.
Good. We passed the 10 thresholds.
Yes.
So have you displayed models at an event before?
No, not yet.
No?
So this year and late last year, I slowly but surely finally got more and more into the Lego community and was like, yeah, I kind of want to expand upon that hobby. Been doing it for so long, but not really actively anymore, and I wanted to get back into it more and more. And so basically, I use it as a way to escape the screens a little bit more and to get a little bit more peace of mind. And I noticed that it actually sparks some creativity here and there that I'm able to utilize in my work and everything that I'm doing. So that helps me a lot.
That's really cool. One thing, I mean, despite some ups and downs of the hobby, one thing I can say that it has done for me is it's opened up the ability to travel.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So I've been able to, well, naturally I've visited Denmark quite a few times. I've been to the Lego house and I've done a few other things over there. But I've also done I did a show in France once. I've been to Portugal a couple of times to do a show.
That's cool. I've only been in Sweden, in Spain, in Bulgaria, I believe, and in North England in the past. And then besides that, and in Greek when I was very little, and in Turkey when I was also very little.
All right. Right. Nice, but it has it definitely has made me more open to traveling.
That's cool.
And of course, you know that I was in Amsterdam recently,
Yeah.
and if I had the means, I would certainly do a lot more traveling.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. I think the last time I traveled was 2023, I believe. Yeah, 2023, when I was on vacation with a buddy of mine in the Canary Islands.
Okay,
So it was, what was it? Gran Canaria.
all right.
Exactly. So that
That's
was
that's quite close to Africa, isn't it?
yeah. It's on the west coast essentially of Africa, a little bit more north, I believe, but quite close. Yeah.
All right. Not too shabby, as they say.
No, for sure. It was a really nice vacation. I really enjoyed it. Got even some work done and had a great time there. So we'll definitely have to do that. Maybe this year, maybe next year. I'm just trying to slowly but surely get myself a little bit financially independent again.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
always
important.
the thing.
Always important. Yeah. It turns out I'm missing a couple of pieces for these gold carts, but that is okay because I don't have to order them. I can just print.
Don't tell me I ran out of jumper plates again. I just ordered a bunch, but I don't have white.
Which plate for these?
Yeah, I need
Oh,
one
jumper
for
plate.
the bed. Oh, there's some in here. They're just kind of hidden
Okay, thank goodness for that.
because I need some kind of stud to attach the pillow, or some sort of pillow essentially. So I think the Nexonite shield looks actually quite nice as a pillow. I can even use a different one. I can use. I think I'm gonna use sand green or something. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is the worst scratched tile I've ever seen. And I think if I'm correct, those are directly from Lego. I don't remember if I bought them directly from Lego or from Bricklink. I have to check that. That's crazy. Hold on. Either they were part of my last Bricklink order, or they were directly from Lego. I wouldn't be half surprised if they were from Lego.
Well, that would be quite bad, I think, if they were sending scratched parts.
Yeah, my orders, last order. Sand green, that must be a little bit lower. Okay, it's not in the last order. Maybe the one before that. It's not in this one. I should check Lego directly. I think that's quicker than going through the Bricklink orders. I have less Lego orders and more Bricklink orders. Okay, let's see. Because I do remember I only ordered them like once. I don't have many of those. So it's basically just one order, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. This is getting me even more confused now. 4, 4, 4, 6. Nah, that must be wrong. Hold on. I feel like they missed another 30 pieces or so.
No way.
Hold on, which order is this? This is... So I got this order before I got the other one. I still remember that. Okay, never mind now. Sorry. I thought I didn't have those pieces. It doesn't seem to be in here. Then there's one more order where it could be from. There is some sand green in here. I don't know if there's the Nexonite shields in here. No, it's actually, it seems like it's a Bricklink order. That would be really crazy if that. I mean, it's only one, I believe. The other ones look, I think, pretty good. And I only have like 10 or so of them. But I usually make sure I don't order used. It's kind of rare that I order used. So, nah, the other ones look all right. Just this one, completely scratched up.
Okay.
Tiles. It almost looks like little wrinkles in the blanket. When I put those, because I don't have any other tiles anymore in white. When I put those white 45-degree angle cut tiles in there, gives it a little bit of texture.
Yeah, that is a nice effect. Actually, I would keep that.
100%, I agree. I need more of those arches. I don't have enough of those arches, I believe. Oh my goodness, this is always a pain to get those out there. All my trays are so stuck and stuffed with pieces now, I can barely get them out. Which is, it sounds like a first world problem, but it might be. But oh, that's good. I found something.
Yeah.
I found those large 2x4s with the curved thing, so I don't need as many. I can just use that as the remainder. Looks a little bit smoother, but still, I think that's all right.
Funny enough, I'm always running out of those parts as well.
Yeah.
They are really useful.
There we go. Oh my goodness. There we go. That looks nice.
Yeah.
There you can see the curvature a little bit better.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
I would need one of those that you bought, the corner piece. That's like 30 cents or something.
Oh yeah, those. Yeah, very nice pieces. I don't know how much they are now.
I think on Bricklink they're like still relatively expensive. They're like, I think almost 20 cents or like 18 cents, something like this. So they're a little bit cheaper, but it's not a cheap piece, that's for sure.
No. They should be less expensive than they used to be.
Yeah, for sure. The older the pieces get, if it's a very let's just say if it's a piece that got introduced relatively recently in recent years, and it's very useful and it has appeared in a few sets, and usually it gets a recolor at some point. And
yes.
it appears again. Hold on, I'm using the wrong piece for this. I should use. Do I have some of those? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess going back to the the idea with broken plates, you could use the scratch tiles for something.
Yeah.
It may actually come in useful for a build that the tile is scratched.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's a good point. You should save these scratch tiles for mocks of things like, yep, to make it more like runes or damaged and better one. Yes, I think there's also some, I think Mega did a few sets and things where they had basically pieces that looked broken, but they're basically just kind of printed like, or like molded like this.
Yeah.
And you get kind of, oh, it looks almost as uneven as my bed when I don't make it in the morning. That's good. Gives it a nice realistic shape. I might change it up a little bit later on, but kind of like that. Looks good.
It's looking very good right now.
Thank you very much.
Right, so you have your beds and you have your window.
And my heater, so to speak, yeah. Heating.
So what other kinds of furniture would you have to tackle?
I still need this. Oh, hold on. Where's the night desk? There's the night desk. I still need the tan type colored wooden IKEA shelf with the square cube things going upwards.
Yeah.
So I have that. That goes basically like quite a bit higher, but I don't know which piece to use for that. I would need a lot of long brackets and tan, and I have a few. So I can, but the issue is if I attach those two brackets, it's wider than two studs. It's like 2.5 studs or something with two brackets, and that gets kind of weird. And so then it looks a little bit too wide, and it doesn't fit as well. So, oh, hold on, I have to plug in my phone real quick. I don't think it's gonna hold very well. Maybe. Oh, nope. Nah. Same issue as last time. I need to figure out a different way to attach the phone.
Yeah, I was just thinking, if I'm going to do more of these, I'm going to need some kind of solution for mounting this tablet.
Oh yeah.
So my mind immediately goes to maybe 3D printing something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I think you should probably do that. There we go. Maybe like this. It doesn't hold quite right. That's not a good idea. I'm just gonna put it sideways for the time being.
No problem.
Let's see how it looks like actually. Oh well, you can see something. It's all right. It's just sideways.
That's okay. I think that's okay.
I could still do my. It's all white. I have so many white furniture pieces, and I don't have white pieces. So that's a little bit of an issue. So I can still try to do my Lego corner actually, or maybe like a lamp or something. My desk is also white. I think the kitchen area itself. I already actually looked up a little bit of which color I could use for the kitchen stuff, furniture and so on, and I realized it's probably best to use medium blue or something like this, or stone blue. I think stone blue was very accurate to my kitchen furniture. So I can use some of those bricks. I also have some plates, some detail work.
Well, the good news is that color is a lot more common now.
Yes. It was very rare a few years ago. I remember that.
Oh, yes. All right, Alexandria has to go.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Alexandria, thank you so much for stopping by. Very much appreciated. Have a nice day and take care. Until next time.
All right. We'll see you soon.
There we go. I'm always trying to keep it size-wise appropriately scaled, as you know now. So I use 2 plates. I don't know if you can see it actually. I use 2 plates for to make it a little bit higher, because if I use a brick, it's way higher than the minifigure scale, and then I can attach everything else to it.
That's usually a good offset.
I need a plate for that. See, this is the second time only I've ever used stone blue for any build. I only used it in my ocean MOC that I did a while ago.
Yeah.
Which is this one. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see in the preview. Yeah.
Oh yes, that one. I remember seeing that one.
Yeah, that one. I was surprised how well it turned out, because it was the first time for me to work with all of those colors, like light aqua, medium blue, sand blue, dark blue, bright light orange, bright light yellow. What else? Bright light blue, and all the nougat colors for the shine of the sun on the water. So that was pretty crazy. I was surprised how well it turned out.
Yeah. I mean, I never would have thought of using all those colors in one model.
Yeah, I'm always trying to experiment with colors to get certain shades and certain details.
Yeah, I'd say it's works. Yeah, speaking of which, at some point I would, I've done it before, but I'd like to make a really big mosaic.
Oh yes, large mosaic. Yeah.
Perhaps using regular tiles or round tiles. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think at the moment I have no idea what I'd make a mosaic of.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not always easy to kind of decide on your motive or what you want to use. So especially for new things that you do, right? It usually takes
Yeah.
a little bit to get an idea for what you want to do there.
Yeah. Here's another question as well. If I do decide to do a mosaic, would I stick to using Lego branded parts, or would I be tempted to get one of those packs
with alternate parts for sure. Silent, I think I'm echoing, but I don't know if I'm echoing on your side or if it has something to do with me turning my phone sideways and deactivating something.
I don't hear you echoing.
Because I'm kind of echoing. Hold on, I'll try something. Maybe you can turn your audio down a little bit.
Okay, let's see if I can do that. I'll try muting myself and see if that makes a difference.
Test, test, test.
All right, how was that?
Is it better? I still hear myself, but not as loud, I believe.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you echoing on my end. Okay, now Terry can hardly hear me.
Yes, something changed about the setup, maybe.
I guess there always has to be some kind of technical difficulty. It wouldn't be a live stream without one. Oh well.
Hold on, let me try something.
Okay.
Is it different now? Nah, I think I still hear myself. Or maybe not. I think it's better now.
What do you think, Terry?
Sorry. Oh, this is so sketchy. Hold on. Sorry for the loud noises, guys. Oh, now this would actually work with charging the phone, but there's not enough weight on one side. Hold on. You have to fix that. This actually works now, I believe. I have to be careful, but I think it works. But the echo is still there, at least I hear it.
I wonder what's causing the echo then.
I have no idea. I think it's probably because I'm too loud on your speaker or something.
Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the case.
Or maybe your mic switched around.
Well, I haven't done anything special with my tablets apart from using the front camera.
Yeah, I could see that that the mic maybe switched around, and then now I'm
Oh,
heard from a different mic or something.
oh dear. That's good.
Oh yeah, I can hear myself crumbling in my pieces.
Oh dear.
This is actually tougher than I thought, even though it's a very simple kind of setup here.
It is well, whether you're talking about the building or the
Yeah, no, just I was just talking about what I'm building. I'm trying to get this right here, and there's some bars to pull open the doors essentially of the shelf that is down here
okay.
in my kitchen, and it's really hard to get
Mm,
a handle for the doors on there without it sticking out super wide. So it's kind
yeah,
of something I'm struggling with.
that is always a tough one. And Terry, I haven't planted anything yet. I remember you saying that I should start in April, which is essentially next week. I'm gonna get started on those. So I have some tomatoes, I have some strawberries. Try to do some
Ooh,
spinach this year, some chilies.
sounds good.
It does sound good, so I'm just hoping I succeed this time.
Oh,
No pun intended. Um, Actually, I think the biggest obstacle right now is making some space.
I'm struggling with making these door handles. I'm just gonna leave that out for now.
Yeah, you can come back to it. At that scale, I'm not sure how I would have how I would tackle it. To be honest.
Oh, there's 100% a way to do it, but yeah. Hmm. I haven't thought about building snot there. Maybe I should build snot there. That would actually make it a lot easier, I believe, to make the handle work.
Okay. Well, by the way, is it the case for you in Germany that the time goes forward an hour this weekend?
Um, I believe so. Yeah, I think it's summertime start. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, last Sunday in March around 2 a.m. Then the time changes. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh boy.
Haha, I think that works quite well. I actually used the sausage piece again
Okay.
for the handle. It has become one of my favorite pieces recently, actually. I used a lot of those.
Really, the sausage.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever used that piece. I usually just found it annoying.
There we go.
Yeah, so Terry is an avid planter and he's already gotten started this for this year. Let me See. Oh, okay. I see.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Are those grey sausages?
Yes, they are light bluish gray. I think there's hold on. There's reddish brown, black, light bluish gray, red, white, I believe.
White
I
sausages.
don't think there's dark bluish gray, maybe. And I think there's green or bright green as well.
Okay.
So there isn't that many colors. I think it's 8 colors or so in total, or 9 maybe, of the sausage meat.
I was only aware of the red ones.
Yeah. No, there's all sorts of ones nowadays.
Right. Interesting. So it's taken me this long to, well, almost assemble 3 of these.
Don't worry, I'm just slowly but surely getting better at this myself. So, oh, thank you so much for joining, Terry, and see you in the next one.
Yeah, see you around, Terry. So it turns out I have to print some more pieces as well to complete these 2.
Ah,
So it should be fine.
that's all right.
Right, I'm just going to do this one last pair of parts.
Oh.
What happens?
Nothing bad. I just crushed the 2 main components of the door apart. 1 second. Shouldn't take too long to reassemble. There we go. There we go. Now I just need, I believe, a tile. Yeah, I got that already. And oh, this is actually too big. I need light bluish gray on this side. Oh, I just realized something.
What's that?
Oh, never mind. I thought I made the furniture 3 bricks white, but it's the wall plus the furniture, so it's all right.
Okay. Nope.
Oops.
Tool, but it's all good. Right, I think we've put everybody to sleep now. or they may be watching. They may be watching other people's streams.
That's all right.
I remember Never Too Old saying that tonight would be stream heavy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He said that yesterday, I believe. Yeah.
It's all good. Oops.
Oh, this actually works so well. I'm surprised. I could do this. Maybe the other way around. This. There we go. See, this is pretty much my kitchen area, or at least a good chunk of it.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a door. I just used the profile brick actually to create the same letters pattern or something like this is called, I believe. And then I used the wiener pieces here for the handles of the doors of the shelf besides that. And this is pretty much my stove, I guess. And then this is a little bit of where I have all my spices and stuff like that, and some equipment. And then this is the sink.
Okay. You managed to get all that detail in there.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised. It's a pretty tight space.
That is excellent.
I can even do my my small trash can. Oh, this looks exactly how it looks in reality. That's crazy. This is pretty much exactly my trash can.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
I can make it a little bit smaller. This way. Yep. This way, this is a little bit more minifigure scale. There we go.
So you've used a bunch of those 1x2 round plates.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Oops. I forgot that it isn't attached. The sink, or not the sink, the faucet. I might use for now as a placeholder one of those traditional classic faucet pieces. But I do have a nicer piece that might fit there better. I have a Bellevue chrome silver piece that could be used
wow.
there.
Nice. I remember there was a faucet piece that kind of looked as if it's on an ingot.
Oh yes, and it's actually the coolest looking faucet piece that exists in Lego.
Yeah.
That's true. I remember that. I don't have that though. I might want to get that on a Bricklink order if I see it once.
I remember coming across it a few times. It's been one of those stray pieces. And if you're very unlucky, you'll find it separated. So you'll have the base and then you've got the faucet itself. Deep in my collection, I know I've got at least one somewhere.
I should have put more substructure into this. Plate. There it is. That looks much better. There we go. Now the faucet is a little bit more, has a little bit more depth. I don't know if you can see it. There is a faucet, and the sink itself, I mean, has a lot more depth. So there's a tile inside, so it actually looks like there's a bottom to it and not just black.
Right. Excellent. Again, very impressive use of such a small space.
Thank you. Oh, would you look at that? Some more white brick.
You can never have enough white bricks.
So now I'm using a strangely colored light nougat brick modified because I got them for very cheap a while ago. For an offset on the wall, so I can create tiling that is basically flush with the plate, and it creates a little bit of a pattern similar to the one that I have on the wall.
Okay. Okay, so you will have some tiles underneath the studs on the modified brick.
Yeah, exactly. So hold on, I can actually. Oh, that's a good point. I can do that. Hold on. I think I might be able to do something like tile. I can use light bluish gray. Light bluish gray. Put it on there. And now the trick is, if you put a plate underneath a regular, so one of those old school brick modifieds that are one brick high and not flush with the bottom, so not 1 and 2/3 or so high, you can put a plate underneath, and when you attach a 2x2 plate on the side or a 2 by something plate on the side, it's flush. It's the same effect. So if I do this with a plate underneath it,
yes,
and I think it might be even 2 plates. I have to check that real quick. But now if it would be 2 plates. You can see there's exactly 1 plate underneath space. So if I add this, you can see it's flush.
Yeah. Okay.
So this way I can use this tile as a baseline, then put 2 plates on here, then the brick modified, and then put tiles on the sides, and they're flush with the tile here.
I see, yes.
This is for those instances where you don't have this brick modified.
Those are beautiful snob bricks.
Yeah, I really like them, but they're kind of hard to get sometimes for good prices. So
yeah, well, sometimes it's getting them in the right colors that.
Yes. Although most of the time they're hidden behind something, so it's actually not that important. 50% of the time, what color they have, but sometimes you need them if you do a window frame in that color, for example, and you attach tiles to those or something like this. You need the correct color. So
that's true. So one of my models, one of the models I'm finding parts for, it has a need for some bright light orange. I believe it's a 1x1 snot brick.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any of those, as far as I know.
So is it those regular ones, or is it the 1x2/3?
The regular one I'm after.
Okay. Yeah, I actually didn't have any of those recently as well. And then I got some, and then I ran out of them because I used them in my city, and then I had to order more from Bricklink. So now I have like 20 or so of them, and I don't need them anymore.
It's always the case, isn't it? So yes, I've already ordered parts from AliExpress, so I'm planning on ordering from Lego and from WeBrick.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it also means that there are a few things I've mentioned before. There are a few models that I wanted to make, but I was limited by parts not being available in certain colors.
Yeah.
And that doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
That's good. I just realized I can literally put a brick below it because there's an additional plate of offset because of the tile. So I don't need to do all the plate stuff here. I can just go ahead, grab one of those.
Excellent.
put it underneath, and it's flush if I do this. And now I can put tiles on it.
Okay. Right, I think I'm going to call this very soon.
Yes, same.
Because, we have been on here quite a while, and I have no problem with that whatsoever.
For sure, but I agree. It's time to get into the weekend, and my guest who's sleeping here will also come shortly. So.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about them.
Yeah. I think I ran out of 1x1 tiles in white.
That's another one has to get in bulk easily.
I just use a plate. That's all right.
For now, yeah.
But basically, this is how the tiling looks like.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah. It is important to use the 1x1 sometimes.
Exactly, to get the cut in between. Yeah.
I think that looks a lot better than anything else.
100%. This is starting to shape up quite nicely, actually.
Yeah. Well, I would be very pleased with that for a especially for a freestyle build.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But the more we're doing these, the better we're getting at it.
Exactly. Yeah, at some point, I'm gonna start decorating these as well.
Yes, for sure, you should.
So I've started. I've already printed a few of these, and I've started priming them. I had to clean them up a little bit.
They look actually so funny, and they I think you could in theory do a kind of I think you did that already. I'm not quite sure. You could do like a mini micro actual Lego builds with plate modifieds and some plates and ingot pieces out of those as an actual Lego figure.
Yes. Well, long story short, I had my own series of those, and that basically led to all the controversies and things on my end. But I'm going to restart it at some point this year, and that is also why I wanted some of the 2x4 plates in light nougat.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, I started stacking up on light nougat, but to be honest, I'm not 100% sure how many or if I will use this color at all. I just found, okay, the color is so it's one of those pastel-like colors where
Yes.
it can be used for very very artistic looking water It can be used for the sunshine kind of hitting the water. It can be used for the sky as detailing. It can be used for like sand and kind of like muddy areas and stuff like that, where you have different
Yeah.
colors of terrain and sand and stuff like that. So I'm not 100% sure how much or when I will use this color to the full extent, but I like that color a lot at this point.
I have to admit, I've never thought about using it for water. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, kind of as when the sun is going down. I mean, I used it already for water in the small MOC I showed earlier. But when the sun is hitting the water and you get those kind of fairy tale type images, I immediately think of pink water almost like so.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was very effectively used in the Mona Lisa set.
Oh yeah, yeah. By the way, the pearl gold and cool yellow colors changed.
They did.
They basically started using a completely different color for supposedly the same color.
Oh, I can't say I've noticed.
Yeah, it's only apparent on the latest Van Gogh set, and
Right.
it is also apparent. Where else did they find this? Yeah, only this actually. So it's one of the first sets that starts implementing this new color. And the same set apparently has both sets of pearl gold and bright light yellow. So that makes it look even worse.
Well, that's a very sneaky way of introducing the color change.
Oh, 100%. But they did that apparently with reddish brown in the past as well, that there is slight changes to the later reddish brown that was produced after a certain period of time.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah.
Was there any particular reason for the color change? Do you know?
Yeah, it's just I think it's maybe some refinement with the filaments that they're using in terms of like how long they last. Or I think there was also an issue with discoloring a lot on those bright colors, like light aqua, bright light yellow, and some other colors have major issues with like discoloring, even if they're not in the sun, as far as I know. So
Yeah.
might be something like this.
That would make sense actually. I do have a cheese slope in aqua.
Uh-huh.
This has been discolored.
A cheese slope in aqua. Now I'm interested in knowing if I, for some reason, somehow picked up a cheese slope in aqua in some Bricklink store. No, I didn't actually. I only have dark blue, normal blue, trans clear, trans light blue, trans black or brown. And
I've got a whole collection of those. I've got a whole collection of cheese slopes.
that's cool, yeah. I mean, cheese slope is a really cool piece. You can always use it for all sorts of things.
Yes.
It's a very versatile piece.
So I'm going to be getting some more of those as well, through Webrick, of course.
To get some color into the MOC, I'm probably going to use those cone pieces and then put something like a stud on top or something to put them as little, I guess, pepper and salts and stuff like that into the corner.
Shakers.
Yes, exactly. I think I could use round plates because I think they might look better scale if I use only 2 of them and then put a tile on top.
It depends what kind of shape you're going for, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. If there's like a cone kind of needed, then I guess you would have to go with that. No, I think that works out. Yellow, yellow. There we go. And I recently got actually a ton of flat silver pieces and stuff like that. So I might be able to use some of those. Or, even better, I could use... it might be a little bit high. I could use... this piece here is also quite cool, which we talked about the other day. Round tile with bar.
Oh, yes. Yeah, some people call them nipples.
Yeah, you can use it really nicely for all sorts of bottles, sprayers, connection pieces for like guardrails and small details like that, door handles, belts, everything.
Very versatile. It took a while for me to actually get used to using them, but they can be very versatile.
Yes, for sure. The more you start experimenting around, the more you start liking certain pieces that other people kind of oversee.
Exactly. Okay, so I have managed to complete one of these things. It's usually I would use what's it called, an epoxy resin to glue these bits together, but I had some super glue to hand.
Very nice.
Thank you. So I just got to leave these bits to dry.
Is this by any chance inspired by Wario?
Well, the concept was actually inspired by the original Super Mario Kart.
Yeah, it does look a lot like Wario.
Yeah, this color scheme.
Exactly.
Looks like Wario. But yeah, I was a fan of the original Super Mario Kart. I'm not so much a fan of the other ones for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, that the original one was pretty cool. I played it a while ago on a friend's. I think a friend of mine bought an actual old console or got it from somewhere, and we played it on there. Actually, it was quite fun.
Yeah. And then, funny enough, last year Lego came out with a small set, which had a couple of go karts in it.
Yeah, true.
I'm not saying that it had anything to do with this concept, but it's somewhat similar.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing I've been
Okay.
meaning to do is, yeah.
I think. What do you think?
It looks really good so far.
Thank you so much. There's the 2 whatever spices or whatever it should be. The trash can, the handles, the door, the sink, the bed, the night table, the spot in the ground, and then the kitchen area.
Again, you've managed to put so much detail into such a small space.
Yeah, I'm always surprised what's possible with clips and brick modifiers and plate modifiers and brackets. There's the
Yes. Yeah.
regulator for the heating unit.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with what I got done. I think if you're down, I would love to stream maybe next week, also around Thursday, Friday, something like this.
Yeah, I should have well, you know, I'll pretty much have a free schedule.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, that would be cool.
That would be really cool. Then we could both kind of work on the same thing that we worked on this stream, and kind of continue or finish it even. So
yeah. Well, this will definitely help with a lot of the small things I have to do for this year.
see, that's good.
Yeah, nothing beats working with other people.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And the cool thing is with this, we can always show kind of what we got, and the audience can kind of tell, okay, you could improve this or that, or you can add that detail,
Yeah.
or how do I do this? Pretty cool always.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
I think slowly but surely we're gonna call it a day then.
Yes, I think we should. Let's go. Let's probably go bother some other people.
Yeah, and I still have to do some prepping of certain stuff, and let's see when my friend comes here. So
All right.
yeah, thank you so much, Silent, for joining the fun. Thank you so much for the 3 people watching, which are probably never too old, and JDP or someone like this is still having the stream open in the background. But yeah.
It's all good. Thank you for having me, Tristan.
Oh, for sure. Was lovely. Well, then, see you guys next time. Take care, Silence. And bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.